Good morning, my family and friends in YouTube land. It's Miss Bev coming to you again. First, I must say thanks to all of you who have been supporting me on my journey. Um, Today is a somber day. I am a little sad, and I'm also very, 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 I think, angry. I don't know if anger is a good word, but I'm just being honest with my feelings because I found out that my friend has colon cancer. You're talking about somebody who is skinny, somebody who eats healthily. I'm talking about somebody when we're at work. This is a person who can do flips, somebody who is full of jokes. And now we found out that there's cancer. She's getting treatments now, but the reality of it is that she has it. So now you ask me why I'm mad. I'm angry because for so long they have lied to us and they continue to lie to us. Because, as people who are overweight, everything that's ugly, they put it on us. They consistently sell it in the media. They sell it in our homes. They sell it wherever they can. How if you're fat, you're going to have cancer. If you're fat, arthritis is yours. If you're fat, heart attacks are yours. If you're fat, diabetes is yours. But it's not true. Some of us become complacent because we look at the fat people and we turn our noses up at them and we figure, oh, but it's there for all of us. So when we think of these things out there, we think of all these things, these health issues. My people, please, if you're an overweight woman like myself, embrace who you are and just love who you are. Again, I say, don't let your weight define you and don't let your weight cripple you. Don't sit back and be complacent. Don't sit back and let people say things that affect you mentally and put you in that place where what they're saying becomes true. Get up and move. Get up, love yourself, love those around you. Love, love, love. Be uplifting, be encouraging. Show the world that yes, you have some meat on your bodies because you didn't stop for a moment to be selfish. You're constantly doing and sometimes forgetting to take care of you, to walk an extra mile or to, or to jump an extra 10 jumps in the rope or to take an extra flight of stairs. Sometimes it's because you're so busy making sure that everyone else is okay. So don't ever, ever sit and put yourselves down. You achieve as much as you can. The sky is the limit. Don't let anyone take your joy for one moment. And don't, please stop letting people make you feel that because you have weight on you, you're not somebody special. So today I became angry because for so long you're listening to the news and if how much weight and they use this weight thing to make money. It's a money making thing. You can live with your weight. Just fix things, change some things and go on living. We stop living when we start worrying about what people say. We watch what people are doing and how they're doing it. And because do what you can where you are and make it count. Show the world that you count, that you are here and they should see you because you are beautiful. You are strong. Don't think that strength is only because you can pick up something. Strength is who you are inside, who can 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 fight it through the storms, who can provide for your families, who can go without anyone knowing and you are okay, who can dream and make those dreams become reality. That is strength. When you can love without expecting anything in return. When you can give and the giving is clean and wholesome and beautiful, and you can put a smile on somebody's face and you can create a better day for someone. That is strength. And you have it. So for God's sake, today I beg and I am asking, please do not let what media or all these other people, your family members who laugh at you and put you down because you're too fat. Take it with a smile, because you know what? You're beautiful, and if you embrace that, and if you show them, because too often people focus on just the weight on your body. They don't focus on who you are inside and how much you have done for them, or what you have created for them, or where you have been with them and how you have been there. They quickly forget that when they see again that you have the extra pounds. But those extra pounds didn't stop you from being good. Those extra pounds doesn't stop you from being sexy and warm and caring and loving and giving and uplifting and motivating and learning and giving back. It didn't stop you. So please, words do matter. And when people tell you enough that you're not worth anything, if you sit and you embrace those words, you will become nothing. But if you hear it and you let it go where you put it where it needs to be placed, outside of your mind, believe me, you can prove them wrong 1,001 times. So yesterday I'm angry because when you look at how they portray fat people and how they portray the skinny, bony people, you see the prejudices. You see the prejudices. You see the hatefulness. And many times you hear them say, how comes he or she was so skinny, they were so healthy? When COVID started and we had that guy who was in the gym every day when COVID hit and he succumbed to it, it's as though he shouldn't have. It's as though COVID was to take out all the fat people, because that's all the target was. Oh, the more susceptible people are the fat, are the obese, or those with underlying conditions. They never prepared themselves for all the skinny people who passed away because they were too focused on us, the obese, that we were the ones who COVID should have taken. But we're still here, and as long as we're here, please let it count for something. Some of the reasons why we are fat, I think maybe God could have changed things. Many times we've prayed, God help me to just get rid of some of these pounds. And you wonder why God answers prayers when you say, God, today I need an extra portion of blessings. The bills need to be paid. I don't know where to look. And boom, he provides. But you pray for him to help you get rid of the weight. But you still enjoy a cup full of ice cream, and you still enjoy a piece of chicken, and you still enjoy what you enjoy. And you're here, and you still have the weight. So sometimes I'm thinking, I said, maybe the reason why we are fat is because it prevents us from spending that extra penny on some brand name clothing. If we're skinny, we'll be squeezing up into all these things, these fashions. And that's all it is on the outside. We look good, but on the inside, we don't know how to love, and we don't know how to care, and we don't know how to say thank you, and I appreciate you. We don't know those things because we're too caught up with the fancy fashions of life. Maybe being fat will remind us to slow down and smell the roses once in a while. Flowers are beautiful. I love, love, love fresh flowers. Love them. I love roses. So you plant the roses and I'm there. You bring me a bouquet and I love it. I love the smell. I love the different colors of roses. I love flowers. So sometimes being fat, it will give us some time to just slow down a little bit and smell the roses, appreciate God's beauty. Sometimes being fat helps us to appreciate people, whoever they are, whatever level they are. We don't have time to be judgmental. We learn to appreciate everyone. Because you know what? As you look in the mirror, we see that we have faults. And maybe our fatness reminds us that we shouldn't push back at anyone, but appreciate them where they are and use our whatever we have to encourage them and help them understand that they will be all right. Maybe being fat helps to humble us because everybody looks at us and sees death. Oh, you're so fat, you're going to die. Oh, you're so fat. They never see fat and say, look, I so appreciate all the things. They don't look at anything around you to say, my God, she's a hard worker. My God, she is, people are surprised when they see a fat person move. Why are you surprised? Some of us are fat, yes, but we carry the weight. And we get up and we do what we need to do. And yes, we do have aches and pains just like the skinny people do. And yes, some of us are diabetic and we have high blood pressure. But skinny people have it too. So nothing that is going on in life is meant for just one group. Society tries to make it that way, and they try to put it in our minds so that we feel less than we should feel, and we feel depressed and we give up. And we sit down and we're waiting for these things to come. We're waiting to be told we have diabetes. We're waiting to told that, we have this and that. As I said, when I hurt my knee, a ligament was torn in my knee. But when I walked into the orthopedics office, he didn't see a person coming in who might have a torn ligament. All he saw was a fat woman coming in, and of course, the pain in her knee has to be arthritis. It had to be, because only fat people, if a skinny person had walked in, I'm sure they would think about, let's look and see what is going on. But when I walked in, the first thing he said to me, arthritis, if you lose even 5 pounds, then it will make a difference. And I'm sitting there and I said, well, it's doable. I am a teacher. I walk long corridors every day. And even with the pain in my knee, I was still going. I never sat down in a corner. I know I wasn't encouraged to move more. I used to walk after school. My friend and I would go in the gymnasium and we'd walk around in there. But once I hurt the knee, it was so painful. I was more when I got a chance to sit. Absolutely, I was sitting. But he didn't see me and analyze me and let's get rid of the reasons why. All of a sudden I walked in and the stigma is there, the prejudice is there. You have arthritis in the knee. He sent me for therapy because this is a doctor. I cannot tell him how to do his job. I'm a teacher. So I can tell you who went through years of studied the human body, know what the joints do and the bones and all of that. So I took his word for it because I'm supposed to trust him. But then after therapy, I think I had 5 sessions of therapy. And I said to the therapist, I said, look, I come in here every day with pain when I come to you, and I leave with pain. If you're treating arthritis, how come I'm not getting relief? And it was my sense of me that said, I'm at my desk at lunch and I called, I said, is it possible for me to get an MRI done on my knee? It wasn't the orthopedic who thought about it and say, maybe something else is wrong. Because all the pushing, the push and the right and the put and they get their monies and that's it. And they responded later and they said, an appointment is set up, and I went and I took the MRI. Sure enough, there was a torn ligament in the knee. That is why the bending and the extending and the movement was killing me. There was no relief. And so we know that when we go through life, these are the things. When he did the surgery and we came back, I went in for consultation again. I saw the pictures in my knee. And it was so, I looked at him, because out of his mouth he said, your knee is clean. There's no arthritis in the knee. And I said, my goodness, you were treating me for arthritis all this time. I said, you were treating me for arthritis all this time. And so, yes, as a big woman, I am not ashamed to step out there. I am not ashamed to feel angry this morning. I know anger is not something I should ever embrace, but in the frustration, and the prejudices and the unnecessaries, we need to stand up and learn now to not wait for all these things that they're casting on us and they're empowering our minds with to make us feel less, to make us feel, unworthy, to make us feel as if we are not human beings. I have to speak up and I have to speak out. And I have to say to you again that they lied. Because skinny people are getting cancers. Skinny people are diabetic. Skinny people have gone through a lot of things. I remembered when we were watching the news and there was this lady on Channel 3 News here in where I live. Skinny, eats healthily. All they promote was healthy eating. And when they said that morning that she died of a heart attack, I couldn't close my mouth. And it wasn't an opening of the mouth because I got some good news or somebody did something nice and sent it to me in WhatsApp and I'm so impressed. This was just a shocker to know that this lady is so skinny, has a great job. I don't know what her home life was. But with all of those things, she died from a heart attack. And so today, again, I'm going to say loudly and clearly, people, love yourselves, embrace who you are. Pink Motivation, if you watch this video, I'm wearing the scarf that you sent me because today my friend has cancer. And as I said, this is a person who would flip and loves sports and does so much that if I was standing next to her, everyone would think that Beverly will get cancer and that person would never get cancer. So let us be careful. Let us not take anything for granted. Let us love people who they are, where they are. It doesn't matter what they look like. Some of us, we don't like people because they don't look the way you want them to look. We cannot make anybody. So let us appreciate people and let us learn to cultivate goodness and wholesomeness in this heart that God gave us. Let us cultivate passion and integrity and pride. Let us cultivate positive words of encouragement and hopefulness. Let us encourage love and giving and humility. Let us encourage our young people to be strong, to stand up, not to look at material things because they will pass away. But when you're good, when you have goodness inside of you, it builds character and it stays with us forever. No matter how many fires burn, material things will burn to ash, but the goodness and wholesomeness, the positive vibes, Those are the great things that we should encourage and we should appreciate and we should empower our children with, the people around us, our spouses. When we live by example, they won't have any other choice but to also appreciate and lead by example. When we get angry and frustrated and every day there's combat and there's ungrateful behaviors and when you feed those things, they only become bigger and stronger and bolder. But when we encourage passion and pride in who we are and how we speak and how we love and how we care and how we appreciate, even when something goes wrong, when we say we are sorry, it is accepted and appreciated. When we hug and we say, I appreciate you, it means something. It's not what you want now, but it means something because it is consistently given. These are things that cost nothing, but they are priceless. They mean much. So yesterday is a somber day for me. It is. I told you guys that my cousin, she passed away. She was only in her 40s, 42 years old. When that happened, I wasn't this big. I was nowhere near this big. But when it happened, it hurt so badly. I cried. I was helpless because there's nothing I could do. Because when people are in pain and you're there, and no matter what you say, it's tough because you cannot understand what they're going through. But when she passed, it knocked the wind out of my lungs because she had young children who needed her. And so every day as I wake up and I embrace the new day, I'm thankful. And people would say, oh, you talk about your age is only a number. No, I know the reason why I embrace every day the way I do, because when I got to be 50 years old, it was one of the greatest things for me. Because I thought of her at 42, she's gone. I was able to see my kids grow up, went to college, and are helping themselves. She didn't even get to see our kids graduate from high school. She had a daughter who was very young. She wasn't even finished with primary school. So when I learn to appreciate and when I do the things I do, I know why I do them. I don't do them for anyone to give back to me, because it doesn't make sense. But when I do things, I'm hoping to change people's lives, to make sure that things will be a little bit easier for them. If it's even to put a smile on their faces. I get some WhatsApp messages that I read over and over and over again, because each time I read them, they mean more to me and it brings joy to me. And when I say WhatsApp messages, I mean messages that people took the time to write. That they took the time to write. And so I cherish those things. Voice notes that people take the time to speak to me. I will listen to them again and again, because in them I find joy. And so today, it's a somber day. And I wanted to just say to us, get up and live. Get up, get up. Move. I say dance if you have to, but just move. Keep moving. Do not fall in the trap. They talk about, oh, we need to eat healthier. But look at what they do when they say eat healthier. If you go to the health food stores, if you want me to eat healthier, because what? Because my weight is a problem, and if I eat healthier, I'm not going to have all these diseases. I won't be affected. Why are your things so expensive? Why is it that the things that should make me healthy and whole are so expensive? Why is it that the things that are bad for me are so much in abundance and so cheap, so inexpensive? Isn't something wrong with that picture? So therefore, you're saying to me that when you're poor, you should just eat the things that are going to make you sick. Because all you're going to do is to wait for diabetes and high blood pressure and arthritis and lupus and all of these things to come down on me. So go ahead, these are for you. Buy the cheap stuff, that's what you can afford. But then the healthy stuff, you go in and it's $8 a pound for a little piece of chicken that was raised with corn, while you can get a whole chicken that you said have but artificial things in it. You can get 2 chickens for that $8. So what is the message you're sending? That those who are rich and who are able to, then they can buy the healthy foods, but those who are poor should buy the cheap foods and continue to wait for these things to come on them? People, be smart. People, be sensible. People, depending on where you are, it's just a capitalistic attitude. And so they make money off everything. They play with your brains. They play with your minds. And it's just a money-making, nasty business. So again, if you have space to plant your little callaloo, plant your tomatoes, plant your cucumbers, and enjoy it. You don't have to go out there and buy all the junk, because you can be creative at home. You can buy your Irish potatoes or your white potatoes. You can make your own potato chips. You don't need to go buy them. You can create things for yourself. But also be smart. Think. You have brains. Let us think. But let us continue to go onward and upward. Let us build our foundations and then move up. And as you get up there to the top, please pull each other up. Don't become crabs who, when you get to the top, you push people down. Pull each other up and keep that going, so that when you sit up there, you can look and you can see your neighbor. You can say, hey, what's up? You can play 2 dominoes, which is what I love to do. You can play some ludi, and you can live simple and easy and free. You can get your coconut water, and if they have 2 coconuts, they'll give you 1. But never live for yourself. Don't ever live for yourself, because you never know where life will take you. So today I needed to talk. I just couldn't hold it anymore. I just couldn't. I just needed to speak, because they have been lying to you. They've been lying to me. I have been able to look and see through the lies. And time again, I look around and I give thanks. I give thanks for movement. I give thanks for everything, every single thing. When I go downstairs, I used to hate to go downstairs. But you know what? The God of heaven make this happen. So now I'm loving downstairs. I do enjoy. Last night I was down there till like almost 12 o'clock. I think I did 3 shirts after dinner. I was just down there listening to my music and just enjoying it. Just enjoying it. And so I say, find little things to be thankful for. Don't look out there. Find things where you are, embrace it, and enjoy it. God gave us so much. As I said, when you go out there, look at, when you feel like, oh my God, pick up your phone if you have Wi-Fi on it and watch the videos. Look at Maurice Kingpin driving through to some beautiful places. Look for all his rain videos. I look for all his rain videos and I would just watch them because it's so calming and so beautiful. Those are the things that helps me. I'm not home in Jamaica. And when he drives and when Fire Reed gets into those places where it's a precipice on the other side and the little road is up here, and he has the heart to navigate them, I have to appreciate them because I'm enjoying little Jamaica. And as I enjoy it, and I'm there riding with them, but I'm not there because I'm not looking down over in those places. And so God created us with different talents and abilities. And so they are good with the driving and can and navigate and enjoy it and doesn't feel bad. I get scared. I get scared with all those turns, and it scares me when another vehicle just flies around because I said I couldn't drive in Jamaica. I would let the steering wheel go. 'Cause when the roads are so small and people are still coming, it's like, whoa. So I'm enjoying these things. I'm so grateful to find those channels when I did because it gives me a lot of good feelings. So I could take my phone, I'm in the backyard walking and I'm watching, I'm listening to the music, especially Maurice, he puts music to his travels. There you go, walk and enjoy, pretend you're in Jamaica and just walk. When you listen to Latia Moore with her motivations, it gives you hope, it lifts you up. Walk. Give thanks, give praise. Say, thank you, girl. I needed that. When you listen to Essence of Mercy and Grace and her uplifting every morning, waking up, a reminder to be thankful to somebody because we know we didn't get here by ourselves. It's a blessing. We have ears, we can hear. If we can't even see it, we can hear it. And then when you think of Bev Brown in her humble state, talk about her life story, her story. It's her story. Every one of us have a story. Some choose to share it, some choose not to. But every one of us do. And she chooses to share her story in the humblest form. And that's what makes me proud of her and ask that you guys support them wherever you are. If you're listening to this, please support these people because they're contributing to the things in life that makes life a little bit more okay. You think of Jamaica Life Nice and how much they, oh my God, it is, words cannot express how much they have contributed to make people's lives better. We just hope that as people's lives become better, they don't become arrogant and feel like they are better than others, but they will stay humble. And as they are blessed, that they become a blessing to others. Again, I say, just be a blessing to others. So all of you who are out there with your channels and you're trying and you're uplifting, please remember to tell us the truth, to share things that are uplifting and wholesome and beautiful and encouraging, because some of us, all we need is one encouraging word. All we need is just to say, I appreciate you. Those words mean much. Let us use them more. And so as we move forward today, I tell you, I know it will turn out to be a better day because I cannot hold on to anger forever. I shouldn't have held on to it so long, but I'm a human being. And so those of us who have, Bev Brown, she calls me her fluffy diva. Those of you who are fluffy divas out there, and those of you who are not, just know that all these things that they project on us as fat people doesn't have to be so. Prove them to be liars. And you live your lives one day at a time. Do not sit there and overeat. Do not sit there and indulge in things that you know will only create more issues. Get up and move. If you're moving, then you won't be eating. If you are doing things, then you won't be eating. If you are sharing and encouraging someone, means that you need to be walking back and forth. You shouldn't be eating. You get up in the morning, you enjoy a good breakfast, and during the day, walk it off. Find something to do, even if you're holding around and moving, even if you have a cane and moving. But work it off. And as you're working it off, put the music on. Music is free. It's on your phones. It's everywhere. Put it on. Dance a little. Lift your spirits up. Think of somebody special. Think of many people. Think of all the special people you can think of. Call those you can call. And make your life more enlightening and more, more fulfilling. You have your children, reach out to them. Remind them of how great they are and how much you appreciate them. Encourage them. Let them know that you appreciate them. Use the word appreciate, because when you appreciate something, you want to take care of it. You want to make sure it's okay. So use those positive words to them. Don't put your children down. They are people whom you have created and you have trained to become who they are. So if you treat them badly, then don't expect them to come and do and be great. But when you encourage them and you uplift them and you let them know it's okay, it will pay off. I am a living truth to that. It pays off 1,000 times. I'm going to share a quick thing with you, because when my daughters, I had the twins, and it was a kind of a rough time, but you know what? During that time, Christ was molding me for greatness. And I had them, and for their birthdays, it's two, so there's no hand-me-downs, because everything has to be for them each time. And I remembered I was working just on the weekends, and I went and I got them something for their birthday. And somebody who should have known better said, oh, you could stay there spending your money on them, and then they grow up and they don't remember you. And at the time, instead of me taking it and say, oh, you're so right, because these kids are so ungrateful. You hear a lot of people saying that. I turned and I said, I'm not doing for my kids to do for me later. I'm doing for my kids because it's my job to do for them. These little children were like 3 years old. I said, I'm doing for them because it's my job to do for them. And I praise God now that when I see how my kids are treating me, how they respect and adore me, and how they support me in whatever I'm doing, I give God the glory. I don't have to feel bad. I don't have to feel bad, because when they say, Mommy, thank you, we know the sacrifices you made for us. It means a lot to me. So people, I say, thank you for listening. And I hope that something in what I say will strike a chord, and that it will help you to just live one day at a time. And as you live, make your life count for something. Build your legacy, so when you're gone, or even before you go, people can say thank you because you made a change in me. So I thank you for listening, because with you listening, you have helped me. And so I'll go today knowing that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So we'll forge onward and upward. And if you can't be good, be careful. But treat each other with that love and respect. And love means that you don't want to see them sad. You don't want to see them hurt. That kind of love. I want you to be happy. When I tell you I love you, it means that I will try my best to make sure that you're okay. So, take care.